Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
Tony Pollard on the return. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Watson on first down. Being chased out left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. On the draw, this is Fournette. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Damon Harrison, the one on the stop.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he let him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. And it's complete to Kelce. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
On the play. And the Bears first down.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Leonard Fournette, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bears have taken the early lead. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears.
Makes the score Bears 7. Eddie Pinheiro to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will make it into the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
The conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll be taken down at the 18.
Brought down at
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. This is Carson. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
The ball carrier. He's brought down at the 20-yard line. A gain of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Jackson now. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. This seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that 1st down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
And really an excellent run. Sidestepping tacklers on his way to a pickup of 8.
47-yard line.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Play action. It's Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now it's Jackson. And he finds McDonald. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down.
At the 37-yard line.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Again, Jackson airing this one out for Evans. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Hey, pick your game up. 49.
On third down, Jackson. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
A lane to run there is Fournette, able to get about 7 on first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. To throw is Watson. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. Here's Watson. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now it's Watson. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
Marquise Brown.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Touchdown. Leonard Fournette. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Bears 14. Steelers nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
And still 2nd quarter, you get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. They run it with Carson. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite an excellent display of footwork. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and set them down.
The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Carson. And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at about the Bears' 42. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart.
Intercepted.
2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30.
10 yards.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
On 2nd and very short. Watson. Man open. That's Calvin Ridley.
Watson's pass.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
A 5-yard
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. On 1st down, Watson. Trying to fight his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Well, I'm not quite sure how he got away from that first tackler, but he won't even be able to get it back to the line of scrimmage there as the defense rallies behind him.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Bears' 46-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson slings this deep for McLaurin. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They go play action with Jackson. Flush to his right. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. Jackson from the shotgun. He's got Evans. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field.
2-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Evans once again the intended receiver, and now it's 2nd down.
Antoine Winfield.
To throw again, Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. And Jackson throwing once more. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. He'll field this at the 5. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late 2nd quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, bad spot for you. But the defense has all 3 timeouts. So what you're telling your team is ball security number 1. It's not all on the running backs if you decide to run the football. That offensive line has got to protect them and wedge out some space because you can't just kneel. They take 3 timeouts. They're going to get the ball back in good field position with a chance to put points on the board. You've got to try and get a 1st down and run out this 1st half.
Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Daniil Hunter on the stop. 5 yards on the play.
And on 3rd and 3, they decided to go with a dime package. 6 DBs.
Yeah, you're right. They've got 6 out there. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love...
Accelerating, and off he goes. The 40, past the 20, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Chris Carson, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Steelers have now made this a 1-score game. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Yeah, that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 2nd and 9, Watson steps away to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Now Watson on 3rd down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there on a first down for Chicago.
16 yards.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now a first down throw, Watson. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 10 more there and another first down.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
At the 44-yard line.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 44, Watson buying time to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 7 yards to go.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Gun, Watson. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 25-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Fournette, a first down carry. And down inside the 15 he goes. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now Fournette. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 14-yard line, 2nd and 11.
14-yard line.
Now Watson. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
At their own 14-yard line.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And hang on here because the running back, Chris Carson, yet to get up after that play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Jackson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. He's got a man. Complete. 20, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Will Fuller, 84 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. The 21st pick back in the 2016 draft, Will Fuller, and we know that he can take the top half of a defense.
He certainly can, and the way that he does it was just straight, pure speed. And I saw it with one of the better defensive coordinators in the league, and I said, how do you defend that?
Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll get that one out quickly to Brown. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Give him 30 yards there.
A gain of
so the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Here's a give to Fournette. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
From the 36, Watson. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Okay, some people call it the shuffle pass. Some people call it a shovel pass, but this worked really well. And it's hard to do in the NFL because of the big bodies that tend to clog up the middle of the field. But the execution was excellent there, able to get it done and get upfield for big yardage.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there. It's 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll give Fournette another crack, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago.
Touchdown.
Punching it in from a yard away. And the Bears have taken the lead.
For the extra point.
He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns. Also has his team the advantage.
And I'm looking at it 2 ways here. If I'm on defense, I don't care what they do now. I commit as many people as it takes to slowing him down running the football. Even if they want to hit me over the top on play action, I just don't let him beat me that way anymore. And if I'm him, I'm in the huddle calling the plays myself. I don't care what play call comes in. I tell my quarterback, guess what? You're handing it to me again.
But if I'm the quarterback, I'm saying, okay, that sounds good, right?
Smart quarterback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards. They'll run on first down. Carson, he'll get 3 up to midfield.
The handoff to...
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They go play action here on first down. And this one caught by Max Williams. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
20-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
2nd and 4.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, Jackson to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, but now it's 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Now the Steelers use the first to their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Watson. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Big gain on the play.
And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. The corner, Perry Nickerson, had the tackle.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's going to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football. And
there he goes, left side. Touchdown, Chicago.
Touchdown.
Tony Pollard. 66 yards as the Bears push further out in front.
But I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Taken in the end zone. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down, it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go, Tim.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee.
Well, Brandon, they're getting to 2-0, and this time they're able to take a knee at the end and secure the victory.
Preseason, coach said their goal, they obviously want to win everything. He said, I think we can get off to a 3-0 start. Well, here they are looking at 2-0 right now. Now whistles here, and they might have been a little too fired up to go after the punter. So a 5-yard swing, but still fourth down.
You just wonder if the punt team used up something there that they didn't need to, right? Draw them off sides, but it still doesn't get them a first down. I used that one on 4th and 5 or less.
Here's Logan Cook now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game, and assess, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal. Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on.
Kick it and go. Kick it and go. With a stiff arm, spin move is on.